Hello everybody, AOG Gaming here, back with another video on Reverse 1999. I've been grinding, so sorry for the late videos. I have two for Reverse 1999, one story, one character. As you can see, we have a new character, Bette here with Max Portray, also a rare hero, so we only need inside one. So we're gonna go quickly over that character and the different synergies that she has with other characters. Yeah, that's pretty much it in this video. Next video I'll continue story, and then I have a couple more other videos coming for other games. Rebringing back Magic MTG Arena because I think I fixed my deck, but I don't know. And I'm trying to do other content in that game as well because, you know, I'm trying to see what other free-to-play avenues there are, so we'll get to that game when we get to it. Anyway, here's Bette. Let me get rid of this Xbox thing real quick. Okay. So, Bette is a mineral support shield. She's also an enabler.
Just a minute, I'll find another place for these costumes right now.
Okay, please shut up now. She's also an enabler, so not only does she support your team and shield them, but she actually gives them Moxie, which is part of her ultimate. So first her portrays, they pretty much just increase the amount of shield, and then she gets penetration rate with one of her attacks, so very good. Yes, she has an attack. I think all characters, even if their support, have at least one attack, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty much shield, shield, shield. Up to 250% times of her attack, so 250% of her attack. Yeah, and it's for single allies, so it's you know, it's very niche, single character. I would say this would work very well with what's his name, UFO, the UFO one, whatever his name is, Alien T. So Alien T actually taunts. There's a few characters in the game that do taunt. I will look at that. Here, let me pull up this tier list real quick. But yeah, so basically you want to be shielding characters who will tank damage for you and have taunts. That's pretty much the way you want to use her. Other than that, she pretty much
Just a minute, I'll find another place for these costumes right now.
will be just survivability, so you know, if you want your characters to survive. But I don't know, healers seem better than this because even healers have some stuff. She is a rare hero, but I don't know, it's still pretty powerful. And also she's an enabler. I'll get to that in a second. Let me do 1999 tier list. There we go. So, I mean, I don't know how well she's gonna work. She is a mental DPS, reality DPS, so she does reality damage, and she does have penetration rate. So actually, this single attack is pretty decent, right? 160, 40%. That's pretty solid. She doesn't have a lot of attack though. She's not a DPS, so that makes sense. She does have 240% reality damage, and then up to 400, so it goes decent, but really she's not an attacker, so you're not going to be using that much. It's just to like take up an extra slot, or if you finally fuse a few of her cards, she deals a decent amount of damage. The important part, get it, of her kit is that she plays an important part. She puts one target buff on a single character. It's reality defense and mental defense and damage taken. I like how they did that. Reality defense and mental damage and damage taken for the target for 2 rounds. It goes up to 3 rounds and it goes up to 35%. So she's a very good at just protecting her team. I think she's going to be good for boss. So like for bosses, if you're trying to use Alien T and like single target characters, but I think most bosses have AoEs in their kits, which doesn't make her really good. If it was your entire team, I would say she'd be a lot better. Obviously, these are very great multipliers and just like numbers for a rare hero. So maybe if they took them down and made it AoE, she'd be better. Like she gives your team more protection against AoE. I guess it's fine, but it doesn't feel that strong. I'm still doing a review on her because I have her max portrait. I have her inside one, which really just gives Moxie to the ally with the lowest Moxie after casting ultimate. So she's also kind of enabler in that sense. That's what I was talking about. And then we get to her ultimate, right? So her ultimate is every audition. One target buff, target ally gains the caster's attack plus 250% shield. So they gain a shield compared to 250% of her attack. And enters Empower Incantation 2 status, lasts 2 rounds. So this is very good. The shield will last forever, whereas only the damage mitigation will last for 2 rounds, right? So the shield is basically permanent. I think it carries on through rounds as well. So it might be very good for like wave clearing, but other than that, she doesn't seem to have much that will support your entire team, which is what you want for supports. I feel like single target supports are kind of like super niche because there's only a few characters that can take advantage of it. Eternity could take advantage of this because, again, the shield won't be taken away because it'll be her health. And then you can just make Eternity take less damage overall, which is insanely good, right? And it's universal. It's reality, mental, and just overall damage, which is insane. That's basically 50% damage mitigation. Not exactly, because defense is a little bit better than that when the damage scale is higher. So that's why I say for bosses it might be very good, because the more defense you have, the higher it actually scales. It's very interesting how it works. Watch Daddy Food Plays video. He broke it down. But yes, it's not as bad. It's actually better than minus 25 damage taken, but that's like another cherry on top, right? So that's why I say it's about 50%, but no, the multipliers are a little different. I think it's more. So yeah, very good. I mean, 50% minus damage for one character. Yeah, you put that on your Eternity, you can basically just use her health as a resource at that point instead of having to basically wait until you use her cards or heal her in order to keep her from dying, or use her ultimate because she's about to die. You know, you can basically keep those characters and use them very efficiently. So she might be what I call the enabler, which, you know, makes your team super efficient, allows you to set up characters, and that's pretty much it, right? And she has a little bit of DPS. But yeah, so damage mitigation and I guess shield, but that's counts as damage mitigation. So Empower Incantation 2, when the round starts, 2 random incantations gain 1 star. So this is actually really broken. If you can increase buffs, this is going to be really broken. Why I say that is because it doesn't increase in any way, just herself. So you're going to need another character that does that. She does not have a buff increase, but for 2 random incantation gain 1 star. Now this is a little bit RNG based, but I feel like you can cheese a lot of content with her with that, because basically that means a lot of characters get enablers on their second skill. So you know, like Sonetto, she doesn't gain the disarm until the second. Obviously, you want the second buff rather than the first one, especially if you don't have to fuse the card. So this is the thing, right? It doesn't fuse the cards, so you still have an extra copy of Exoneration. But if you have 2 of them, they both turn to 2 stars. So now you got a 20%, and then penetration rate is increased. Like, this is ridiculous. Obviously, that's part of her insight. No, that's not part of her insight. Is that just... Oh, it's part of her Portray then? Oh... Okay, yeah, it's part of her Portray. So we're not talking about her exactly, but very good. Also, you know, stats up, positive status. Some of these characters need that. Obviously, she does that for her, the entire team, so you don't really need to. But if you don't have one of her cards, again, now you have another enabler, and Sonetto can actually last a pretty long time. So yeah, this will be very good. So, you know, if you have cards that get enabled with the second debuff, Bette will actually work very well, and that's why I call her an enabler.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Shut up.
I'll find another place for these costumes right now.
Sorry. Shut up. Is there a way to turn off voices? Can somebody tell me? I looked and I was too lazy to go further, and I was like, whatever. But yeah, other than that, she really has nothing else to her kit. I know it sounds like it's not going to be a long video for sure, but it's just showing y'all that it can actually be pretty broken. I mean, like, I could list off characters that can be enabled by her, but that's literally most characters. Notably, the best character she's with, that she can be with, is Eternity, DK. You can also just put certain cards on characters, not cards, Psy Cubes, sorry. So the Psy Cubes, there are certain ones that actually heal you or give you leech rate. They basically allow your character to heal when they're not able to heal, or they increase the amount of healing. So Eternity will just be a very good one because she takes her health anyway. So now you can just make sure she will only use her health when she's using her health. I mean, she only loses health when she's actually using it to attack, or when her attack makes her lose her health, not when the bosses are dealing a crap ton of damage. So it is very good for boss content, I think. Bette is just going to be a very late game character.
Take a seat.
Because you need to level her up
I'm
all the way.
Just a minute. I'll find another place for these costumes right now.
You probably want to reach inside too, because damage mitigation is much better than damage done, because you can always increase that with level. And then resonant, you want to get damage reduction as well. She does have that, so that's insanely good. I mean, yeah, what else do you want me to say? She's pretty much just late term content, so I can't really do gameplay video for her. I will end this video a lot sooner, like in 5 minutes or something. But yeah, that's pretty much my take on her. She's an enabler. There's a lot of characters in the game that can, use her. Mostly you want reality damage buffs if you can, just to make her a little bit more viable. Which is why I said Eternity is good, because she does do reality damage, I believe. Yes. So you can use this for Eternity so that she doesn't lose as much health, and then I don't know, you could have like a necrologist or something.
Hello. Welcome to the Tombstone Music.
So she keeps her team alive.
Apologies. I'm losing a little from all that I've had.
I guess she doesn't have anything on her second skill, so that's the problem, right? Actually, yeah. So this skill dispels all stats up and positive. So basically, you enable this team to be a dispelling team. So now she basically becomes a dispeller, just because of her ultimate, Bette's ultimate. Because now she's going to be able to get this a lot easier. Like, you can fuse cards, but then if you have an extra one, when Bette casts her ultimate, really broken, right? Penetration rate, I mean, again, extra penetration rate for your team. So this is actually pretty good synergy, because now they both can deal a decent amount of attack, while also dispelling buffs and then being able to disarm. Good against some boss kind, because some buffs are dispellable, some of them aren't, but it depends on what content. I haven't pushed that far, so I can't exactly talk about it, but in the gameplay that I've seen, there's some bosses that you can dispel buffs, and that's going to be really good. Again, she's going to heal and then, do this, basically sustain, which is really good. Doesn't really matter for the synergy that I'm talking about, though. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think that's like the best team I can think of right now, at least with the characters that I have. Because just in general, I don't know if there's probably a better support you can have. I mean, you could use Sinetto. That's what I was saying. Like, if you just want more DPS and control.
Greetings. Today your shirt matches the color of your eyes very well.
Yeah, she's gonna do a lot of damage. That's for sure. And plus, she's gonna be giving Moxie to Sinetto and Eternity. Another thing I can see, Bette, is that
Hello. Please take a seat.
we all know how broken Melania is, right?
I'm sorry. Just a minute. I'll find another place for these costumes
So,
right now.
not only giving Melania, so here, I need to look at Melania real quick, right? Melania actually has a lot of Moxie stuff in her kit, and if she's able to gain more Moxie, just through star incantations and stuff, this is going to be really broken, right? This is going to be really broken. And also, like, if you time it right, you can actually gain her even more Moxie with this. Like, this is ridiculous. It's very strategic. You can time Melania having the lowest Moxie on the team, like your characters all have their ultimates, and then you use this, obviously. So at least Bette will have her ultimate. So basically, you just need to make sure that one extra character, or two, depending on boss con, because sometimes it is 4 characters, at least for future content coming, like I've seen the raid boss videos. So you need at least 2 other characters that are going to be highest, because obviously you have to cast the ultimate, so it'll only happen after you cast it, so that makes it really good. Basically, she gets Master Thief, so next incantation is Enhance. What does that mean, though? So she steals Moxie from the bot enemies anyway, which is ridiculous. She does do mental damage as well, so a little bit more variation, because, you want to have variation on your team for damage. It doesn't all have to be reality. I was just kind of saying if you want to enable her, then you could have some reality damage buffs or something. She also steals more Moxie from the enemy, like just ridiculous with the fusion. So basically at her level 2 attack for Melania, Silent Takedown. She deals 250% mental damage, Moxie -1 for a target of the casters, and Thief Master. This attack steals 1 additional Moxie from the target. So it's going to steal 2 Moxie because the regular fusion only steals 1. So basically you're making Melania very broken. I think Bette might break Melania in the sense that it's just staying and also just completely destroying her. I mean, completely maximizing her rotation on the Moxie so she can keep getting Master Thief. Then Clockwork Rats, the casters and Thief Master +1 Moxie. So basically you can fuse this to 2 and then she gets more... She just does more damage, that's it? Oh, okay. That's actually not as good as I thought, but still, you know, more damage is fine. Mental damage as well. What does Fixed Plan do? It doesn't tell me on this freaking... Oh, ultimate power increased by 2. Yeah, so basically she's gonna be able to make Melania do a lot more damage. There are other characters that give Moxie, so I don't think she's the only one. Let's go back real quick. So Centurion is also AP generous. The caster's Moxie times 8%. How does that make sense though? I guess she keeps track of it, but that's very interesting. So you can basically make both of them get a lot more Moxie and do a lot of damage. So I think she's going to enable a very strong beast. I mean, Eternity and Melania, both 6-star. Sorry, Centurion and Melania, both 6-star beast characters. They're going to enable each other very well. It's going to be really broken. Yeah, this is disgusting. And then she gives herself 2 Moxie on her 3rd fusion. So if you have like 2 of her outdoor superstars, automatically get a 3-star, 2 more Mox Eaters. Like, this is ridiculous. Yeah, this is gonna be a broken beast damage. I think it will be a beast speed clear. Yeah, and if you want to make sure that, like, you could also put, you know, again, Alien T so that you're taunting with him, Eternity and Centurion are dealing damage, and then Bette will just be there to keep your taunted character alive for the single target damage. However, you could also use her to keep Centurion alive, and also just the fact that she's going to be able to give Moxie to the ally with low, like that's really good, right? And also the fact that it gives stars to incantations. Like, this is the best part about her. So yeah, that's going to be really broken, honestly. She also deals more damage when she gets Moxie. That's Centurion, so that's... Also when she loses HP. So, you know, you want her to lose HP, Centurion, but you don't want her to die. So, I think this Bette's gonna break. Bette is the best beast enabler. That's what I'm gonna say right now, because Melania and Centurion seem to be very strong characters that are very AP focused, and if you're trying to, like, speed clear, they definitely seem to be the best characters for that. In terms of the beast faction, or Afflatus, sorry. So yeah, very cool, awesome. I think that's it. If I missed something, y'all can mention in the video down below, but yeah, it's pretty much the same as what everyone else would be talking about. I think those are the 2 best characters she, you know, goes with, and then Alien T was just an idea. I haven't looked at any other characters really, so I mean, I just look at the characters I have. That's pretty much it. I don't want to ruin the game for me, that's why. Yeah, that's pretty much it. As always, thank y'all for watching AOG Gaming here. If you're enjoying the content, please like and subscribe. Really shows your support, helps me out, keeps you up to date my content. 158 subscribers this time, check, so y'all are amazing, keep going. Yeah, so Centurion and Melania, I think Bette is gonna break both of them 100%. Because her ultimate is their best part, right? So the shield, then she's gonna give random incantations more stars. Like, that's ridiculous. And even if she gets this, like, it basically means she deals a little bit more damage, or she's gonna be able to buff your team, right? So yeah, and if you have more characters that you're trying to enable, then it's gonna be even better RNG, because you're gonna get less cards at Bette, because that's how the, you know, chances work. Anyway, thank y'all for watching as always, and I'll see y'all in the next video.